Hello everyone and welcome to another installment of StealSpeaks with your host, Mr.StealUrGurl. I'm doing a special cast today with a very, very special friend of mine from the OSS clan. My clan, thank you very much. Knight of Misfortune. Say hello to everybody. Knight?
Hello everybody, how's everybody doing?
I think they're doing well now that you're here. Anyhow, we're gonna introduce the players. To the south, we got the saddest name in Subcom 2 history, Sorrow. I think that person should be blue, not green. What do you think there, Knight of Misfortune?
I think it would definitely be better. But for now, he's playing Ori, and I guess he could be very sad after this game because Ori is the oldest Supreme Commander 2 player probably active right now, and he is up in the north, playing as the Orange Cybran.
Oh yeah. You know what? I'm sorry everyone watching that I'm casting so many Ori videos. I mean, he's playing. Hint hint, community. He is playing. And I want to thank Nasia. I don't know how to say that person's name. Do you know how to say the name, Knight?
Nausicaa? I'm pretty sure that's how you say it.
Is it Nausicaa? Let's go with that. Nausicaa sent me this replay via Steam. And I'm going to say thank you, Nausicaa, very much for sending me this replay. That is awesome support. Thank you. And Ori is playing Hint Hint community and posting replays. So, yes. And also, thank you very much to everyone who sent me videos. Parkway Drive, Demancy. I don't really know how to say your name. Thank you very much. I will be looking at your videos soon, but this video kind of came up and Knight was all like, hey, let's do a dual cast, and I was like, I don't really have time for that, but okay, I'm making it happen right now. So, without further ado, shall we start the video?
Okay,
so alright.
Let's set to 2.
You are set to 2, I'm set to 2. Alright, everybody. And to the south, we have Sorrow, the saddest Cybran of all time, doing what looks like a triple factory build, which is pretty standard these days. What's Ori doing, Knight?
To the north, Ori is opening up with 2 research stations by the look of it, and followed by 2 land factories. Pretty
you know
interesting.
What? That is very interesting. He's gonna have some trouble against a triple land factory. What do you think about that?
Indeed, and since this new patch came out, it's pretty easy to rush out spam, and that's what it looks like Mr.Sorrow is doing to the south.
Wow, maybe he won't be the saddest Cybran of all time, because beating Ori is quite a feat.
Indeed.
Oh.
Some would argue he is the best player right now.
You think so?
I think so. I wouldn't think of anybody who could take that title.
You know what? I think he's great. I would definitely give that to him. I don't. Hey, hint, community. You see what we're doing here, right? Ori's the best player right now. Hint, community, play more.
Yes.
Anyhow,
I haven't played for a year.
I'm just getting back into it, and it looks like Sorrow's starting with the standard Cybran flank. And I like what Ori's doing here, using that Mex as a meat shield. That is very, very smart. What do you think about that?
Indeed, always when you're down units, it's always a good idea to hide behind all sorts of buildings and try to micro around your opponent's forces.
That was very sweet.
And we see actually Ori trying to expand to the back pocket, but he wants to focus more on making units, which he should against a 3-fac push. By this time, he probably knows that, since there's way too many units on the field for it to be anything else.
And as you can see, that that engineer's on pause anyway. Ooh, down goes that radar. And Ori wisely rebuilds. And on that wreck.
That's your #1 priority actually in Supreme Commander, especially when you're being outflanked like this, is to have a radar at all times.
Oh yeah. You can't be doing this blind. How is Sorrow expanding? Look, it appears Sorrow is happily expanding to the front as Ori's radar goes down again.
Yes, well, that's what you should do as Cybern generally, especially when you're pushing, is expand forward instead of to the back, so that your engineers are there up front, so that you can eventually expand with more factories to the front.
I agree with that. I really don't think you should expand too far and back against Cybern, because what if those bots got back there? I don't think Ori would have anything to deal with that.
Exactly.
That radar, it just likes to die. Oh, there's two mexes.
Yeah. Well, Sorrow is being smart. He should take out the radar because he knows if his opponent cannot see him, he can do all sorts of shenanigans in the back pocket, and he should be heading over there pretty soon, actually.
That's what I would be doing. That would be, so do you think he scouted that one engineer? I mean, if he has that radar up front, he should see that there's only one engineer in his base, and he should be saying, hey, where is that other engineer?
I'm not sure, but everything's possible. That's the one downside on Supreme Commander 2 replays, that there's no fog of war. You can't see the player's view.
Yeah, or the resources, or the research, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Oh, or he just let that get by, and loses another mex. Then I don't know how Ori's going to come back to... What was that?
Very painful, taking all sorts of economic damage, and he can't sustain all this production that he has to do against this push.
Oh man, is he gonna lose another one? See, that's why you don't expand and back. Oh, a structured debt. Oh. I don't know why Sorrow didn't think about that.
Probably experience. I don't know how many hours this guy has, but Ori definitely probably has 3 times as much.
Oh, Ori is, he's been around since the beginning, hasn't he?
Exactly, yeah.
And that poor engineer in back has to build, sadly, by himself. I think he should have built that, that one with the wreck first.
But you know, at this point, Ori is down 1 land factory, and he's about to build another one, and he is roughly equal on mexes, although he did lose a bunch of research points to them being destroyed. But he had those 2 research stations since the start, and that's giving him a huge, huge bonus.
Oh yeah, and as you can see, his if you put your cursor over his units are at 1430 maximum, whereas Sorrow's is only at 1100, the loyalist bot. So that there is a major research advantage here. Oh,
we see an engagement
and a unit detonation. Sorrow really nice there.
We see those research points coming into play.
Yeah, those research points gained by destroying Ori's units.
And now he has all this mass to reclaim. That's another helpful tip for all you new players. Always reclaim that mass if you can.
Has Ori been doing that?
Yes. I see a bunch of black spots without anything on them. No wrecks.
I certainly hope he did. Sometimes the spots, the mass kind of has a shelf life. You know, it kind of disappears after a while. But Ori needs to be careful here. He doesn't have any Brackman. Oh, there. Of course, I say it as soon as one pops out, right? Oh God. Yeah.
We see something very interesting. Ori now has 7 facts, and Sorrow is taking a break and building research stations. So I'm not really sure what the point of that is now, because it's very late in the game, and getting research points is now more difficult.
You know, he needs to catch up with him. Ori's units are now at 1705, whereas still at 1100. Wow. Or is it 1100? That is... Ori's units are so much more strong. In each training, they get 10% more stronger and 10% more health. I don't know why Sorrow hasn't checked this out.
It's very interesting, actually. Commander Z, with his epic land spam on this map, he always goes training, and that's what kills people. Not necessarily the spam, but him out teching you with
Is
land
that
units.
so? Uh,
Yes.
Cobras? Do you really think that's the wisest thing to do? Sorrow just tech Cobras.
I think it's too late for that now, and that's what I thought about the research station. I thought he should have maintained his superior unit count, but now he's just falling behind, in my opinion.
Yeah, I like the adapter idea because that's going to give him some extra hit points where he has been lacking. Oh, and Ori now researches shields over the personal shields over the units.
A quick note about those adapters. I think at this point, it's probably the latest that he could have gotten those, because any later, it would have been pretty unbalanced army if he started building them in this ratio that he has them now.
Yeah, you're definitely right. I mean, they really help against artillery, but you really should be microing against artillery. And Ori, the way where he's engaging, it's so dangerous, but I don't know how he's pulling it off. It's probably the shields.
Epic micro, and not enough firepower from his opponent, because all that production is going into adapters right now.
Oh, you're right.
And some Cobras.
I don't know why he popped out that Cobra. I mean, it's not really going to do him any good. I do like how Ori started some expansions to the side. He should... looks like Ori's really going for the kill now. He got adapters of his own. He's got... Geez, I can't even count how many factories those are. It is land spam all day long in this match.
So I think Ori definitely has the upper hand right now, even though he might be down factories. Although I don't think he is. But I think those adapters, there's way too many adapters at this point. Which is not necessarily a bad thing, because that many adapters could technically stop 2 megaliths coming out.
Is that so?
Yeah, I just watched another replay where there was, like, I don't know, 30 or 40 adapters and they stopped 3 megaliths.
What?
It's ridiculous.
Those adapters are actually really helping Sorrow, but they're putting them way down on firepower, like you said. But it just makes it really hard for those bots to chew through those stacked shields like that.
But the thing that's making it easier is that Ori has a bunch of Brackmans, which are chewing up for that, which is the perfect counter for those adapters.
Oh, absolutely. Uh-oh.
Especially
oh. Oh.
Oh boy.
Oh, oh no, what is he doing?
That was a Brackman hit directly to the center.
Oh, but what was that? Boy. What was that jump jet all about? I mean, didn't he see those adapters?
Wow.
Oh, I think this is that. I think this is it. I mean, I really don't see.
That was a very bad mistake.
Sorrow, you must be sad. And I like how he's expanding, but there's really no point at this point. I really, wow. Oh, nice unit Detto there. That was quite good. Oh, jump jet, yeah. And it's that's it.
Indeed.
Oh man, Sorrow did so well. I don't know if that you would call that a snipe, because Ori was clearly winning.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? I mean, God, that was very well played by both players, but there were some horrible micro mistakes at the end. I mean, Sorrow, you played so well, but that was your undoing right there with those Brackman hits and that jump jet. Very well played, Ori. Good game. You did awesome. Do you have any comments there, Knight?
Yes, I think 2 points that Sorrow should look at is that research station that he plopped down. I think was a waste of time, in my opinion. I think he plopped down 2 or 3 actually, and also maybe rethink going adapters at that point, because Ori had quite a bit of Brackman up by that point. But that's it.
True. Do you think going experimentals would have been a good idea at this point?
Not when both players are spamming this much. I think that would put you down way too
Too expensive, right?
Economically. Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Exactly. And he wasn't expanding. He wasn't expanding very well towards the end of the game, and that's why I think going those research stations was a mistake. Was because his economy was not able to support it.
Right, right. Ori was clearly still expanding while he put a. Sorrow kind of definitely stopped on his expansions. He wasn't expanding to the sides until the very end. And I think that really put him behind on the factory count, as well as, well, he was trying to catch up in research, but he didn't, I don't think he spent them all that wisely.
Yes, indeed, and as we can see, Ori was up 2 mass points, I think 3 mass points. But
no, he has that whole other expand. He was way more than 3 mass point. Well, okay, I think you're right. But that last one, and that his Sorrow's expansion wasn't completely built, but he was still above. He was still up there. Yeah, by at least 2. I think you're correct. Maybe 1, because there's that one in front of Ori's base that isn't capped.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I missed that one. So they were pretty equal on mass, but still, I think adapters might not have been the best choice in this situation when you're going spam.
No, not at that point. He should have gone training or shields.
Yes, definitely.
But yeah, I only asked that experimental question for newer players, because when you see your opponents going spam, they're definitely going to go jump jet.
Yeah, and bigger guns aren't necessarily better in all situations.
Oh yeah, I've played several matches where I jump jetted right on an experimental and just murdered it.
Yeah. Just not worth it in this scenario.
Nope. Well, anyhow, thank you.
But very well played by both players.
Very well played by both players. I highly enjoyed that replay. How about you, Knight?
It was awesome. I enjoyed watching a good Supreme Commander 2 replay in a while.
Oh yeah. And it was very nice casting with you, Knight. Thank you very much for this. It was a great idea. I'm glad I was like, yeah, I'll do it. And thank you, Nausicaa. Was it Nausicaa?
Nausicaa, yeah.
Thank you, Nausicaa, for sending it to me. And thank you, Ori and Sorrow, for playing. This is what the community needs. And isn't there a 2 vs 2 match coming up? Do you remember the date? Was it the August the 29th?
Yes, there's a 2v2 tournament hosted by STA coming August 29th. So if you can, join that. If you're not, just watch the replays, which are going to be on my channel, Empire Strategy on YouTube, and probably on Steel's channel as well.
Oh yeah, they'll definitely be on StealSpeaks. You know it. There might even be another dual cast. Who knows?
Awesome. Yeah.
But anyhow... Oh, thank you very much. Anyhow, everybody, hit that subscribe, hit that like. Thank you very much. And, GG!